This is Jimmy Howard here from Conspiracy Catchers, and I just want to tell you about a conspiracy that I've been looking into in the Metro Richmond area. It's about this place called Sugar Shack. It's right next to Maggie Walker High School, and I just want you to look at some of these things that I found, uh, some evidence, I would like to say. So here's a donut. This is like they sell donuts, so this is what they put on their stickers. Anyways, just here you go. Look at this. Okay, so there's an O in the center, right? Like all donuts. But when you look at this, when you look at the alphabet, you see O is, 1, 2, 3 letters away from L. All right. So I mean, like, what does that? Does that have any significance? Well, yes, it does, because there are three things on this donut. There's the donut itself, there's the icing, and there's the sprinkles. Okay. So what does that tell me about that? That means that that O signifies an L. And if you look deeper in that O, let's just zoom in a little bit. You see an S. And clearly right here, I mean, I've already drawn it in for you. You can see it. There's a D right next to it. So I mean, it might not seem obvious at first glance, but this donut stands for LSD, and I mean, that's all these people want. That's what Sugar Shack's trying to do. They're putting LSD in their donuts, not only to get more customers, but to control the Richmond drug trade. And it seems like a far-fetched idea, but you have to look at some of this evidence. And just a little bit more. I want to show you something about the shape of this donut. I'm just gonna kind of fill this in. Do you see that? That donut is the same shape as a dilated pupil of someone that's been taking LSD. This stuff's obvious, people. And then look in here. They're the owners. All right. Okay, so the important one is named Ian Kelly. He's the mastermind behind all this. It's pretty obvious, actually. If you look into it. Okay, so now I'm gonna kind of switch topics here and go on to the next piece of evidence that I have, and that would be this map. So Sugar Shack has two locations, right? They have one location at Regency Square and one location downtown, and it seems pretty legitimate, their placement, right? But if you just take a second and look at the formula for LSD real quick, it's like, wow, what is that? C2O, H2, 5, and 3O. So why don't we take a closer look at this map? You see that exact formula you can find in all these roads around the map. They planned this out perfectly. Because do you see that? Do you see? This is perfect. Like, how did they? I don't know how they did it so well, but the formula for LSD is just, if you don't see this, you're just not looking. That's all. Anyways, let's go to the next piece of evidence. Okay, so if you take the words Sugar Shack and you reverse them, right? You get Ragus Kas, and it seems pretty innocent. But then you put that into Google Translate, and you see Ragus. When translated from Lithuanian, that means horns. You could be like, what? They're not. It's not. This is not like a demonic conspiracy theory, but what could that possibly mean? Well, there's this movie here. You see this movie? It's called Horns. It had David Radcliffe in it, and one of the most important parts of this movie was whenever he went and he found his friend who was in the hospital recovering from his drug episode. And once again, he goes to the hospital and he sees Terry. Who is this Terry figure? Well, you're gonna see in a second. He's doing a lot of drugs. You know what? Why is Terry doing all these drugs? I don't know. And what connection does this have to Ian Kelly? Well, just take a look at Ian Kelly's name real quick. Ian Kelly, right? Well, if you just space this out a little bit, it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy to see why this is promiscuous. Look at this. Okay, all I did was move this "and" over a little bit, flip some of these letters. Look, he's trying to tell us something. He is Terry. Okay, he is the one that's doing these drugs, and he's selling them to people that want to get these donuts, so he can have more profits. Basically, he's a mastermind. I don't know what else to say. He's Terry in this. Oh my God, it's so obvious. You have to just. Okay, here's the next piece of evidence. Okay, so we've looked at Ragus. So why don't we look at Cas now? So basically, I went to this website. It's cas.nsw.edu.au, and it is a website for Creative Arts High School. And I mean, that seems legitimate, completely. Our high school has an art program. But basically what I did was I took a look at the amount of times L was on that page, the amount of times S was on that page, and the amount of times that D was on that page. And then I did the same thing for their principal's end of the year address, right? And you look at the same you look at those things, and then you apply this this algorithm I came up with. It's called the minus plus algorithm. And then you get this result here, right? 84 minus 83 equals 1. So why is there only 1? Well, in the UK, LSD is a Schedule 1 drug. But in Canada, LSD is a controlled substance under Schedule 3. What? What does that? Look at this. 3 minus 1 equals 2. Do you see how many owners there are of Sugar Shack? Do you see this? There are 2 owners. You can't deny the truth! You can't! This is it. Sugar Shack is... They're selling LSD, you guys. You aren't even noticing it. Just look at the evidence. Share this with all of your friends, all of your family. We need to get the message out. I don't want anyone getting hurt. I don't want anybody. I don't want these sick masterminds making money off of you. You know what I mean? I don't want this guy right here to make money off of you anymore. Okay, just tell Ian Kelly to stop it. Tell him he has no place here.